On today's video, we're going to go through a microscopic inspection of corners, edges, and surfaces of cards so that we can decide what to keep raw and what to grade. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Alright, Miguel, so let's take a look at everything here. These are all the ones that had good enough centering, so let's check it out. They're in a little bit different order just because I kind of organized them. First one here is the Panini 1 and 1 JJ. Now I'm leaving it in the case first just because I want to check corners, make sure it's worth unsealing. I don't know if it really hinders the value, but you know, I'm kind of superstitious and I always think like people just want the the comfort of thinking it's sealed. But first corner here looks really good. You can see the pixels kind of go all the way to the end there. That looks great as well. Edge looks pretty good. This next corner, maybe a little fuzzy, hard to tell. You can see that it's definitely got some wear. The pixels are missing right there. And then you got a little dent right here in that edge. Right? Sealed, but still. But when it's sealed, it's not really going to be fall in that corner too. This is not a card I'd grade, just kind of looking at it like this. So let me know, of course, what you want to do, but we'll go from there with this one. That's the JJ Panini 1. Next one here is the Lawrence Taylor Optic. Let's check it out, see if it's worth busting out of the 9. Centering's good. So maybe it's a corner, might be a surface, but let's check it out. First corner looks good. Second corner, likely your 9. You can see it's got a slight little, I don't want to call it a dent, but slightly dinged from my opinion, because you can see the other corners look really, really good. So that one's kind of the clear ugly duckling out of the 4. Let's make sure though the back, a little bit of chipping. You can see on the top edge there. Corner is decent. Top edge a little bit chippy as well. That corner is beautiful right there. That one is as well. Looks like a mark, but maybe it's on the slab. Can't really tell for sure. But this one, I don't see enough signs to warrant a crack out. I think it's probably in its best slab. Next one here is the Black Pandora, the Pearson and Staubach. Let's check it out. This one also got a 9. Usually if it's the Black Pandora, it's surface related, but let's double check, make sure. Corners look pretty good though. All 4 corners on the front look good. Front surface, at least based on the card in slab I'm looking at right now, I can't see any pits. There might be scratches that I can't really tell just because like that. It'd have to be a crack out in that sense, but let's check the back corners to make sure it's worth it. Back corner looks really nice. Edge looks good. This corner looks really good too. This edge looks great. This corner right here looks pretty good too. It's not perfect, you can see, but it doesn't appear to be damaged. Looks like it's just a cut, which should be okay. This last corner is the only one that might. This is a very, very, very strong 9 though, borderline 10, just based on that kind of stuff. I don't see any kind of defects on the back side that I can tell. At least in the case. Like this right there looks like it might be a little scratch. I don't see a reflection, so actually it might be in the card. Usually if it's on the slab, it creates a little shadow. And this one I don't see it, so this one, it's tough to say. Looking for it naked eye wise through the slab is really difficult. I don't know, this might be a little bit of a risk. Let's check it out again, see if I can spot it without the. I'm having a hard time locating that without the scope, so it might actually be on the slab. I cannot tell you for sure until obviously you bust it out, but like a lot of these, you can see the extra shadow kind of creates a cast. So I would tell you this card looks like it might have a shot. It's a 9, so it is a low risk crack on this one. Just because I see enough to maybe have a 10, but it won't be able to tell until we crack it out, unfortunately. Next here is the Vladi Mint 9. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful as well. Very nice corners. Front side, I don't see any pits. That's the only thing that you could usually tell if it's when we're looking through the slab, I should say. because these scratches, like I said, some of them are very likely, most of them are very likely actually on the slab itself. It's just hard to tell you which ones are and which ones not when it's incredibly saturated with it. Backside, corner looks good, edge looks good here, top edge clean as well. Got the right corner, also looks really good. Here, I'm just texting. Okay, that looks good. This corner here has a slight roundness to it. You can see a little bit of fraying as well. And this corner actually looks pretty good. So you likely have just one. You can see it's got this weird reflection here too, but I would tell you it's very likely this corner. It's minimal, but PSA is very strict on corners from the data I've collected. That's likely the reason why I got a 9. This one, I think it would be a higher risk just because it's still a 9, however, but I don't think the possibility of getting a 10 is really there, so that's why there. Next is the 8.5 Tatum. Let's check it out. First corner here looks slightly rounded, possibly a little bit of fraying. Minimal, but still there. Second corner, thicker slab, so we're trying to look at the best angle here. This one doesn't look too bad, maybe minor fraying as well, from what I could tell. The third corner, very nice shape. I'm looking at the gloss to see if it's more matte than finish. And this one actually looks pretty good. Last corner definitely got a little fraying. It's likely on the back side. The front really doesn't look too bad. Check out the back corners. That corner, not too bad. This corner doesn't look too bad either. And once again, like I said, through the slab, when it's this thick, it's harder to tell, but this one doesn't look too bad on the front. Back centering plays a big part. Very thin on this side, you can see, and then incredibly thick on this side. Thin, massively thick. Likely bring the grade down to a 9 based on centering on the back. 75-25 still a 10. I think we're beyond that. Front though, centering looks good. I would tell you that your max grade likely would end up being a 9 if you did try to crack it out. I don't think there's a chance for a 10 on this one, so just let me know. It's a half grade bump. I don't know if it's worth it. Next is the Caitlin Clark, sealed. Very nice there. Very nice as well. You can see there's no white, no chipping. Very, very nice there as well. And very nice. Unfortunately, once again, surface won't be able to tell you until it is out just because of the amount of scratches we have in there. There's like a speck of dust in here. Where is it? Right underneath here. So that little white speck, I think it's dust. See how it's moved, so it's not on the card. That's good. Backside, very good corner. Clean top edge. Right corner is nice and sharp. Nice gloss to this as well. Very nice. And this corner here, I'll double check. This corner also looks nice and sharp too. So this one does have a good possibility, in my opinion, of a PSA 10. Looks pretty nice. Centering's good. We'll have to crack it out if you want. Unseal it, I should say, and see for sure. Next one here is the Brandon Miller. So let's check this out. First corner, you can see quite a bit of wear already. All the pixels stop. You see how the shine goes away and it finishes matte and pure white near the corner. So quite a bit of surface issues. Surface paper loss, I should say, not so much issues. So these four corners all have that. So very unlikely going to end up being a good grade. And it's crazy because when these are sealed, you'd think they do a better job, right? But you can see right there, the paper loss on that corner. This one's actually pretty good. This corner here is actually decent, and this one's good too. So still not likely a good grade. Next one, first one of the ones out of the mags. This is the Cam Scadaboo. He's fun to watch. So let me make sure we got the right depth here. Okay, there we go. Very nice right there. Good clean top edge. Right corner also looks very nice. Got a smooth right edge going down to the bottom, just flipping it easier. Very nice corner, and very nice as well. And the left edge also very clean. Clean looking front, beautiful. These cards have a nice textured canvas-like surface, which pretty much they're usually immune to scratches. If there are any, they're just incredibly deep. But most of these that have come across my desk, 99.9% I would say are scratch-free. Foil might be a different story, but they don't really care too much about that unless it's super deep. This one looks good on the front side. Don't really see anything on the front. Back side. First corner. Still pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty close. Top edge looks nice. You got a little bit of chipping right there. Can you see the white? So that's not part of the design. It is part of the edge chip. This corner you can see clearly it's matte as opposed to gloss. It's got good shape, but you can see the tone change right here. It's really shiny and glossy, and then it turns kind of dark and gray. So a little bit minor paper loss, but still, that's the case. That corner got good shape, but not perfect as well. Slight peel up, and you can see the little edge chipping right over here too. So I would tell you this card would grade likely mint. Next one here we have is the Jackson Dart. Alright. Very nice and clean corner. Good top edge. Right corner is absolutely beautiful. Let's flip it over here. Edge is clean. Very, very nice corner. Bottom edge here. I know people say, well, it's all white, so it should be easy. And technically, I mean, naked eye-wise, that's the case. But you can see the difference in tone right here compared to here. You can just see it's glossy, but it's also matte. It's unlikely going to be something that's of concern, but it is something to take into consideration. And this corner here, nice and sharp as well. Good, nice, clean finish. Glossy all the way through, all the pixels are there. And there we go. So, very nice. And once again, surface on these cards are typically very good. You'll see a little bit of scratches on the foil. Unless they're super deep, you're usually going to get away with it. So, go through. Once again, surface looks really, really clean. Nothing really to be of concern on this one. On the front side, looks pretty good. I'd say you still have a pretty good shot at a 10 based on the front. Let's check the back. Back is usually where most cards nowadays get penalized. That's pretty good. You can see a little bit of a press in right here. You can see how it's just kind of pressed down. That does hurt the card a little bit. Naked eye wise, you can clearly see the level change. There's a level change in that, so this is also a card that I would avoid grading unless you're okay with possibly even, you can see that chunk missing from the edge too. Based on some of these things, I'd say it's likely going to still be a 9. It's not a strong 9, possibly even a low, or possibly even a high 8 on this particular card. So 8-9 on the new starting quarterback of the New York Giants. Next here we have the Atomic Initials Obsidian Orange. Steph Curry numbered as 99. Once again, these fronts always are pretty nice as far as corners and edges. Very hard to screw these up, even for Panini. Edges, corners, very nice on the front side. Let's check out the surface real quick. First look. Of course, these will be wiped up and best presentation possible. You can see right here a very faint scratch, kind of diagonal-ish, but if you run the light through, I would tell you it's superficial because it doesn't turn dark. It's not in the card, these are on top. So these are things that typically will just come off with a simple wipe down if you do it wide right. Same thing, you can see this one doesn't turn dark, very superficial. You got a couple light ones over here, just likely from top loader insertion. And the rest of the front looks pretty good. Nothing major of note. Backside corner looks really good over here. Same with the clean top edge. Right, you can see where we have a couple different slight indentations. You can see the light change, and you can also see the circular one right here. This is the one that's probably a little bit more concerning. Doesn't look like anything until you kind of move it, and then you can see kind of like a sideways horseshoe shape. And you got another one here. You can see slight indentations kind of everywhere on this card, to be honest with you. So backside is not ideal. That corner is clearly rounded as well. We have a nice indentation there as well. So lots of indentations on this card. Based on this alone, it's not something that I would recommend moving forward with. Here's another indentation. So this one's just been met with some tough love, I guess. So this one, once again, not a card that I would recommend grading. If you did grade it, it's likely a pretty low grade, maybe a 6, maybe a 7. Likely a 6. Next one I will keep in its mag as well. Topps Dynasty 1 of 1. Ozzie Albies Nike Patch Auto. Absolutely gorgeous card. Let's get the focus here. Here we go. So first corner looks really, really good. Top edge nice and clean. We don't see any kind of chipping or indentations. This corner here, very nice and clean as well. You can see it's just nice 90-degree angle. Pixels go all the way to the tip. Nice gloss all the way through. Right side looks really good as well. And then this bottom corner is slightly rounded, but that's more factory than anything else. You can see all the corners there. And bottom edge also very, very clean. So this front looks phenomenal. Going through, I would not be able to tell you in terms of surface once again until we really decide to unseal this card. Auto itself would not grade a 10 just because you can see the fadedness. So it'd be a card to grade without the auto grade. Auto grade's likely going to end up being an 8. Nice patch here of the Nike swoosh. Very cool. Check the backside. Back corner, all there, 90 degrees. Pixels look great. Edge looks really good. Second corner here. You can see a smallest touch of white at the tip. Likely me being picky, but at the same time, it's what it is. Let me turn the light off and verify real quick, see if it glows. You can see it's got a little touch of glow, so that tells you, confirms that it is the understock showing as opposed to the original top layer. And this corner looks really, really nice as well. And the last corner here also looks really good. Unlikely going to get higher than a PSA 9. However, SGC or even Beckett likely going to end up being a 9.5 over at Beckett. Corner being the weak link, and for SGC, very good possibility of a 10. Totally up to you there. Next one's the Kodai, number to 25. Let's go ahead and refocus just because level change as far as depth goes. Very clean corner, nice top edge. Right corner looks really good as well. See, there's no chipping on the edges whatsoever. Looks really nice. Centering has been measured as well, as you know, for all these cards. This way, it just kind of helps like set the right expectations, minimize risks. And we're just trying to, we're not trying to be, there's no such thing as accuracy on this kind of stuff. It's really trying to envision what, you can see this card's dirty, envision what the grader at the time may see and interpret. You can see a little swoosh, kind of deep scratch right there. You can see it's clearly absorbing the light, so it's in the card, not on the card. And you got a couple more here, light scratches. However, they are in the card once again, not on the card. And then we have a nice clean. The rest of it's really clean on the front. Backside, corner looks good. Kind of a little minor miscut in my opinion. You can see it's not just coming up straight, it's kind of dented in. And also that looks like the back layer is slightly peeling up. Something to be concerned of. Hair. Next corner looks really good. Not perfect, however, still gem mint. That Beckett 9.5 corner. This corner also looks pretty good, and the edge looks really nice as well. Get here, you got a slight press in. That's where you see the difference in terms of the way the light reflects. Not a major concern. It's just something to keep in mind when you're weighing your options. I don't see any kind of indentations or wrinkles or creases on the back of this one. So this one, depending on how the front looks after a wipe down, you still could potentially get a 10. It's likely somewhere, well, this one back corner I forgot, so that back corner that's slightly peeled up likely keeps this one at a 9 max. So if it wasn't for that and the front kind of wiped clean, then you're looking pretty good. But that one I think you're likely looking at a 9. Last one here is Ichiro, Topps Chrome Black Gold autograph on card. I love these cards. Topps Chrome Black usually grades really well. Surface won't be able to tell you, of course, until we decide to unseal the card. But corners, edges look phenomenal on the front. It is nice chrome based. I do not see any kind of pits on the front as far as print defects goes. Backside corner right there is as ideal as it gets. It's hard not to agree. Same with this one. Very nice corner. All the way to the tip. All the pixels are there. No flip up. Left edge looks great. Right edge, I should say. Bottom right looks really good. Bottom edge clean. And bottom left also very good. As far as any kind of indents on the back, I cannot see clearly through the one touch. However, it does look pretty good. I don't see any kind of weird reflections. So this one would be one that I would say I'd be happy to unseal. Centering looks phenomenal on this one too. So let me know, Miguel. I appreciate it. And you know, if you have any questions, let me know. Appreciate it.
Feet cards, yeah, we keep it tight. Willie Mays, Clemente, we shining so bright. Sandy Pro Facts, Hank Aaron legends never die. As we reveal the grades, we reach for the sky.